We are in Val Thorens, France for stop number 2 of the Freeride World Tour, the Val Thorens Pro. Welcome back to sunny Val Thorens, France. It is the return of Freeride. This place, absolutely magical, part of the Trois Vallées complex. Val Thorens is absolutely packed with freeride terrain. It is one of the jewels of the French Alps for skiing and snowboarding. It's been so welcoming. It's incredible. The feeling, the vibe around here is just electric right now. We have a new face. It is the Lac Noir, the black lake you see here as the drone moves across the top. Extremely steep at the top as we dig into it.
Yeah, starting at 2,500 meters, we'll have 3 starts today. So riders can choose where they're going to enter the face. And then we've got these fluted, perfect splines. Huge airs are possible on this face. I think you're going to want to keep your eyes open and not have too much time to blink because the riders are going to be able to really go big.
A blank canvas for the best athletes, the best riders on the planet, ready to go to unleash in France. Val Thorens Pro, stick around. Club's Wei Tianho, peak performance rider. He is so unique in his line choice. Into the powder, landing. Picking up speed with a huge 360. Wei Tian executing, getting things started. Oh, screaming seaman all the way down, landing, getting control again. His feet are so quick. Huge 360 for Wei Tianho, sticks it! Oh!
Massive backflip.
Oh no, Wei Tian, another victim to that low air. As we're back up to start 1, and this man made a huge splash in his rookie debut. It is Toby Rafford out of the gate and straight into the air. Whoa! He certainly went out aggressive. Starting from start number 1, he will be wearing the golden bib. That is the current leader of the free Ross tester. Well, a 360 right out of the start gate, and another one, Ross tester. Getting control, a little hung up on the rocks there, Hadley, as he makes his way into this extremely steep part of the face.
Woo, are you entertained?
Yeah, coming across now onto this nugget, laying out a backflip with a late 180.
Yeah.
Wow, what did I just see? Maximum creativity. This guy is a force on the Freeride World Tour. And it is Carl Ragnar Eriksson. Is straight out of the gate and into terrain than we saw on the other side.
Very much so. Everywhere you put your ski, you have to have full confidence.
And the slough pouring down on both sides of Carl as he motors through that steep upper section, having to wipe his goggles to keep some vision as Carl now approaching this huge cliff up on top.
Setting it, looks like for the double. Oh, releasing quite a lot of snow, and it has to be much faster than his slough.
Carl comes cooking out of there, so he released a little surface slab on the pad of that double, but safely escaping. For Tenla, just adjusting his trajectory a little bit as he gets cross-court, going side hill with another backflip. If you thought he was out of control, you thought wrong. As Tenla now lofting off this one, popping a nice shift. Tenla is cooking one up. Ben Richards, 24 years old, and the smoothness of that 360, he just makes it look so effortless, floating a lofty cross-court, exploding into the powder, and a totally different take on this feature. Wow, Ben Richards, full pin, that is textbook Ben Richards. As Virgile Didier on this kind of untapped section, now coming into some tracks, popping a big backflip over the entire section. Yes! Oh! Virgile Didier comes out of the cloud. Who knows what happened there? Not us.
Perfect control, perfect technique where other people have been having problems. You see he's lining up this first air, huge backflip, perfect stomp. That's what we knew was coming today, that great landing.
Disappearing into the powder with another backflip. Timo Rochoven, the former gymnast, and now a huge 360, connecting a little bit of a hip check there as he gets it back. He's gonna get the fans juiced up. Mathis Fornacier.
Even bigger, what a backflip, pulling it back into control.
Going with the flat spin, sailing past the bomb hole from Timo, getting up and over, kicking over the rocks. Another clean landing for Mathis Fornacier. So now we're really seeing what this young Frenchman has to offer, getting on those edges and across.
Oh!
He's disappearing. Oh, he's out of the powder cloud.
Yes, that's perfect. That must feel so good for him.
Nice things up. Markus Gogan kicking out on the Lac Noir.
What?
Oh,
are you kidding me?
Backflipping off the cornice, over the rocks, onto the left ski. Markus Gogan getting a little tangled up in the powder. Other speed as Markus above all these rocks, just holding on there.
Oh, my mouth is on the floor.
What? Another 360. Markus Gogan packing more into the shortest piece of terrain on this run, a big shifty down into the powder. What are they feeding this guy? Wait, 88.67. Poking his nose over the void and getting things started.
Here we go, straight into it. Perfect 360 transfer. Choo-choo straight into the center of the gut. Making another transfer with a shifty.
Valley now coming into this big cliff. Lofty 360, perfect landing. Oh, Valley Rainer showing exactly such perfect judgment on the rotation of that 360. I'm speechless with the perfection of that coming cross court. Here we go, the score coming in for Valley Rainer, 89.67. He is one of the most excited skiers. Martin Bender.
Dropping out of start two, heading towards these first cliff bands. Setting himself up on top of this monstrous rock. Huge 360. Going for this first hit.
Oh,
Pretty
big 360
transfer.
from Martin Bender, now following Valley's track, but in the other direction with another big three the other way. So spinning both directions there for Martin Bender. The slough pouring down, and he is not done yet.
Oh, I'm dizzy just thinking about switching directions.
Tricks all over the place in both directions. Martin Bender, incredible skiing there.
$91.67.
Oh, 91.67, a huge score for Martin Bender as he takes over the hot seat. Wow, well, the level just keeps going up. The bar getting raised again and again by these riders.
So we've got Martin Bender, the Swiss rider, in first. Valle, the Austrian, in second. Markus Gogan with a heater run in third. Oscar Menden, the French legend, and Mathis rounding it out in fifth.
Here we see our podium. Swiss, Austrian, and Canadian. Welcome back to beautiful Val Thorens, France, the Freeride World Tour by Peak Performance. We have been treated to a spectacular show so far. Val Thorens turning it on for us. Out of start two, Verbier.
Straight into it, perfect off that top cliff, full commitment. She is not afraid to send.
Going full throttle, absolutely pinned, as is her style. This big spine forming on the top of that cliff as Elizabeth approaching off the spine into the powder, and a perfect powder reception there for Elizabeth Gerritsen. And you can see the features stacking up underneath her, getting her bearings, moving across right off the nose. Elizabeth Gerritsen exploding into the POW, the Peak Performance Rider, putting the puzzle together here. Down to 81.67, and a huge grin there from the world champ Elizabeth Gerritsen. Such good snow over there.
And going where no one else has gone. Opening up a face is such a unique skill set. You see her riding perfectly through the slough, through these airs. Really solid skiing.
And now into it with some intent for Ari Chikomi.
And straight into that transfer like way 10, such a nice full commitment and really making use of that short landing space that you have by going cross court. Quickly lining herself up for her next air. 360, holding on, first woman to do a 360 in a comp, and that's become her signature.
We're right back up to the top with Taylor Dobbins, and getting things firing. The Dynastar rider going way out into the powder and getting a fresh turn there to start off her campaign. Fast footwork there. Another different angle on that one, and Molly Armanino going aggressive. She has got quick feet, technical skiing, and out of start one is Chloe Hare.
Here comes Chloe. I don't know if we're allowed to have favorites, but I certainly have mine. Chloe points her skis towards rocks. If you watch her GoPro run in Spain, she just knows how to handle pepper. Such a nice run through that double.
Oh, and just getting G'd out in the transition. We're back here to the top. Scott and Peak Performance rider Lena Kohler, absolutely electric athlete.
Proving that she can handle these top full commitment lines, coming in with a ton of speed and skiing those POW turns strong and powerfully.
Lena Kohler now just enjoying, look how deep the powder is there. She makes her way onto this spiny takeoff and going way further riders left, deep into that landing, going huge there. Lena Kohler pumping off that one as well, finding a nice trajectory there.
And going pretty big.
Yeah, a new feature there. Lena Kohler dropping in, getting completely engulfed in the powder and pinned. Turn that into a triple and flying out. So a big start here. Heavy hitters, current Freeride World Tour leader, and into the heart of her run.
I really think she's, exactly for that reason, one of the most exciting female riders to watch right now. She's so good at being a competitive athlete.
So following the track of Elizabeth Gerritsen there, off a slightly different trajectory, powder landing again. This section proving popular here with the ski women. Approaching this little nose here, popping off it with a backflip. Justine holding it home. It's becoming her trademark. She's got the freestyle. Her skiing on point. Another feature here for Justine, and connecting again perfectly. This is why this woman is wearing the golden bib.
This is so cool. Thanks, guys. Love you.
This woman in the start gate from right here in France, Astrid Chelus now starting her campaign here at home in France.
Huge tricks, huge stomping airs.
Launching off that one, disappearing into the powder cloud, getting trajectory for this next feature, pumping a backflip. Astrid Chelus landing it. Oh, we are witnessing an electric performance here from Astrid Chelus. Perfectly in control now. She's got this looming section underneath as she lines up. She wants to get the trajectory right, popping off, and a perfect landing. Astrid Chelus has the French crowd going absolutely ballistic. She has put down a run for the ages in front of the home crowd. The judges have had their say. It's up, 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 up. 93.67. Astrid Chelus takes over.
Here's our overall standings now for the ski women. We have Astrid taking the top spot. Justine DeFore Lapointe now in second. Lena Kohler in third.
The next group to drop, snowboard women. The fans fired up. Michaela Davis-Meehan with an aggressive start here on the Lac Noir face. Features stacked up below her. She's got a chunky one below her and a perfect powder landing into a double, holding on, plugged again. And Audrey Hebert right now, Canadian rider, kicking off her campaign out of start 2. Boom! Audrey Hebert lighting it up out of the start. That is an electric way to start a Freeride World Tour run with that huge air. And she's got more in store, launching out into the powder. Audrey Hebert showing exactly why she won the Challenger Tour and why she was on the podium in the first event, loving these powder conditions.
She's really strong on her feet.
She crosses through and gets all the cheers from the Freeride friends. Nuria Castambaron having a huge impact in the last event. So see if she can pull things back together. Wow!
Amazing, dropping straight out of start 2.
As we see Nuria out on the way rider's right side, getting a shifty there, popping and completely in control for the Spanish rider. She's feeling pretty good.
I think she's having fun, enjoying the snow, but also really strong riding, full commitment.
Okay, here we go. The score dropping for Nuria. It's stacking up, up it goes. 83 points for Nuria Castambaron. The French fans are going to go nuts. Noemi Aki, a rookie on the tour, but already with a win under her belt in Spain for Noemi Aki. And right off of her first and second feature, lining them up as she has the pedal down, flying. Noemi Aki going so fast through that section as Noemi now sending in and stomping again. This girl is on fire. Well, the score coming in for Noemi Aki. The judges loving it. 88.33. We have another French athlete in the hot seat. The crowd loving this. Marion Hearty, she's a mentor to the woman sitting in the hot seat. Now, the mental game here of going for Noemi, Marion Hearty right out of the gate and into it.
Dropping in onto her toe side edge, lining up that first cliff that's gotten quite a bit of traffic, being really smart about the speed and control. Coming out of it, no problem.
See it ramping up as she moves down, right off the nose again, disappearing into the snow, but such control of her board. The queen is back, and she is showing exactly why she has those 4 titles. Right off the top, Marion Hearty landing that one perfectly. Again, the crowd is going absolutely bananas out here at full speed, full intensity. Marion, she's not done though, clouding herself out, popping off that lower feature. That one was just for her. Marion Hearty, the French snowboard god. All right, here we go. as the score ramping up. 88 is the score. 95! Oh, come on! Marion Hearty returning to Freeride with authority. Incredible. Noemi Aki, the first one to come and hug her. All right, well, let's take a look at the standings here for the Val Thorens Pro in snowboard women.
Marion Hearty with the top where she's used to being, followed right behind with Noemi, local hero, and Nuria rounding out with 3. Audrey and Michaela Davis-Meehan with the top 5.
We are live with snowboard men, the heavy hitters, the big dogs, all lined up. Snowboard men rounding out the day here at the Val Thorens Pro. Lofty backflip. Oh, no! Cody Bramwell all the way to the bottom and then getting caught up. I think that was the bomb hole that we saw from earlier on in the day. Coming right out of start 2 and directly into this zone, proving very popular with our snowboard friends.
A super athletic guy, grew up riding with his skier brother, so he picks new lines.
Liam Rivera now front 3 with the shifty. Oh, perfect landing for Liam. Trajectory going one way and your body going the other, but Liam Rivera not down. He's got the nose of this in his sights with another big 360 and landing that one perfect. That's a real run of contrast. Tilden lighting it up at the top. The fact that his heel side edge is in and his back is touching the snow shows how steep that is. Spinning 360, perfect for Tilden Woolley. On the face, Tilden plopping off that one, turns it into a double landing, getting the tail of his board down.
Whoa, here we go, lining himself up to the same clip that I believe we saw Marion hit. Perfect landing. He knew with that.
And we are going back up to the top. Victor Delarue currently leading the standings. Got a little nugget here. Back 360 into the over the bomb hole. Perfect connection. So great start to this run here for Victor as he approaches this next feature.
Wasting no time to get into the backflip. The landings are incroyable.
The Freeride World Tour champion 3 times for a reason. Single, double, but going down, Victor losing his front side edge and flopping over onto his chest.
Looks like he's searching for something fresh though. Huge air.
I love this aggressive fall line approach. Perfect landing for Kemi, bouncing out. So here, 0 visibility, angled wrong. Boards hit the rock, send him into that front flip.
The only person we saw go over this way was Jenna.
Yeah, and she definitely proved. Oh, look at that landing. He is on a film line here. Back 3, Jonathan Penfield. It's so steep over there, handling this like an absolute veteran. Look at where he is on this face. But he's still got more to come. Lobbing a front 3 now, so he's spun both ways, getting a little hooked up there, but not going down. Wow, John Penfield. He's always a podium threat, and Michael Mon is on the Lac Noir face.
Going again, like you said, straight into it, toe side, lining up for this first cliff. It's huge and the transition is quick, so you got to get that speed right, which proves no problem for Michael Mon, coming out hot and cooking.
Rolls away. The vision is difficult here as Michael Mon approaching. He's got this spine feature right off the end. Perfect landing for Michael Mon. Getting himself into this billy goat section on the heel side, popping off his heel side edge into a double.
Yes, full commitment.
into it with snowboard men here at the Freeride World Tour, the Val Thorens Pro, Remy Benamo. He is just born and bred for snowboarding. He absolutely loves it.
Oh, huge 360.
Hot start for the Swiss rider.
Lining up this section, he's a quiet guy, but his riding style is loud and speaks for himself.
And Remy Benamo with two huge tricks already, coming right into the nose. Another back three, holding onto that heel side edge, having to readjust, and now just pointed into the fall line. I can hear chainsaws in the background. Enzo Nilo chucking a 360, but somehow coming out of that on his feet. He had a very different takeoff approach than we saw the other riders. Big backflip for Enzo, landing. Oh, the French crowd is going bananas now.
Such strong riding. He is on fire with the double. No problem. Perfect stomp.
Let's go!
Enzo Nilo, the score coming up. Oh my God! 90.67 for Enzo Nilo.
There you go, buddy. Yes!
All right, let's take a look at the event scoreboard here from the Val Thorens Pro.
Said Enzo Nilo taking the top spot with rookie Remy right behind him in second. Michael Mon rounding it out at third.